Japan is known for its world-renowned competitive scientists and commitment to technological advancement. Tea ceremonies, graceful gardens, and quiet temples, as well as high-speed trains, impressive efficiency and state-of-the-art skyscrapers, are essential to the dynamic Japanese culture. Japan, with its wonderful blend of tradition and modernity, attracts both history buffs and futurists. The island nation of Japan is located off the east coast of Asia. The country consists of a large chain of islands forming an arc from northeast to southwest that stretches for about 1,500 miles across the western part of the North Pacific Ocean. The majority of the population is Japanese. They share close ethnic affinities with other East Asians. During the Edo period, the population was divided into 4 social classes: warriors, farmers, artisans, and merchants, with an equal class at the top and an outcast class at the bottom. Japan does not recognize Christmas as an official holiday because the country's population is not very Christian. However, many people still celebrate it, and they have a Christmas custom that you might not expect. Going to a nearby KFC restaurant to enjoy a KFC Christmas dinner is a custom in Japan. You usually have to wait in line for hours, and many people even make reservations weeks in advance to avoid this. Approximately 3.6 million Japanese participate in this custom every year. Takeshi Okaware, manager of the first KFC in Japan, started this unusual custom. Takeshi came up with the concept of a holiday barrel filled with fried chicken for the holidays after starting his business in 1970. When it comes to eating out, some of you may be hesitant to dine alone. But dining alone has become commonplace in Japan for some time now. Eating alone became popular decades ago as a response to the needs of those who prefer to eat alone rather than socialize, including Japanese workers who are used to working late shifts and therefore forced to eat out more often. These diners have inadvertently changed the unfavorable stereotype of dining alone as the trend has gained popularity. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and the most densely populated metropolis in the world. Until 1868, Tokyo was called Edo. Edo used to be a small castle town, but it became the political center of Japan in 1603, when Tokugawa Ieyasu established his feudal government there. During the Meiji Restoration in 1868, the emperor and the capital moved from Kyoto to Edo, which was renamed Tokyo, Eastern Capital. Capsule hotels set Tokyo's hospitality industry apart from the rest. These motels, which have small, capsule-like sleeping spaces, were originally built to offer inexpensive basic accommodation for business travelers who missed their last train home. But since then, they have gained popularity as an affordable option for tourists or people looking for original housing in the city center. Tokyo has installed blue anti-suicide lights in some subway stations as a strategy to treat mental health problems. The lights demonstrate the city's proactive response to mental health issues and are intended to have a calming effect, in addition to helping to prevent suicide attempts. Because public transport in Japan is so reliable and almost always on time comes, he is extremely popular. For comparison, approximately 57% of Tokyo's population uses public transportation. Given Tokyo's size and the proportion of its population that uses public transport, this leads to a serious problem of train overcrowding. It's really crazy that many railways only operate at 199% capacity. As a result, to squeeze more people they snuggle up to the windows. This issue is addressed by using transit pushers to force passengers onto trains during rush hour to accommodate more passengers. The most famous of Nagasaki's 505 uninhabited islands is Hashima, also known as Gunkanjima, Battleship Island. which is located 9 miles off the coast of the city. Named for its silhouette, which resembled a battleship, the Erie Island. This small island served as housing for managers, employees, and their families. The way of life of the inhabitants was mostly normal. The mine occupied half of the island, and the rest was used for houses, businesses, schools, restaurants, a public bath and a hospital. Gunkanjima offers a truly unique perspective on Japanese history, telling the opposite story of Japan's modernization in the years leading up to World War II. An interesting and sometimes misunderstood idea is the rental service. That is popular in Japan, a country famous for its unique culture and traditions. These businesses provide the opportunity to rent a variety of things such as housing, cars, and even pets. But the question arises when it comes to personal relationships. For example, with friends or partners. Is it possible to rent a partner in Japan? In fact, there are companies in Japan that provide friendly rental services. These services, also called rental partners or rental boys or girls, are designed for those looking for short-term company for a number of reasons. However, it is important to realize that these services are more focused on offering a company and completing certain tasks than on romantic or emotional connections. Dating in Japan can seem difficult, especially if you are not from abroad. The culture is very different from the West, even if you can communicate in the language. Society is often more conservative and indirect, which can make you avoid dating, for fear of coming across as pushy or upsetting someone. But fear not, we live in the age of the internet. For this reason, as you can imagine, online dating is very popular in Japan. And there are many dating apps available. These are the top 5 dating apps in Japan. Boo stands out for its emphasis on personality compatibility and meaningful connections. Omiai is a Japanese dating app focused on long-term relationships. Pairs is another Japanese app that uses an interest-based matching algorithm and requires a detailed profile. Bumble is an international dating app, where empowers women to take the first step and prioritize meaningful relationships. Tinder is a popular dating app around the world, including in Japan. A magical island full of animals with a troubled past. Okinoshima is a tiny island in Japan that is well known for its large number of cuddly rabbits. Over time, the island, nicknamed Rabbit Island, became a popular travel destination. Because there are no natural predators on Okinoshima, the island is home to approximately 1,000 rabbits that breed here. It's great that you can buy food to feed the bunnies. Okinoshima was originally used for chemical weapons testing during World War II. Since workers did not have protective equipment at that time, many people were exposed to toxic gases and became ill. The Poison Gas Museum now has exhibits covering all aspects of the island's past. Rich Japanese lords built nightingale floors, or on-purpose noisy floor in their homes in the feudal era, as a deterrent factor for ninja. The legendary mercenaries of feudal Japan were so famous and rooted in myth and legend that they were rumored to be able to manipulate nature, walk on water, and become invisible. This should have inspired the lords to install a new floor. Even if religiously devout Japanese are few, social customs and manners are still very important. If you decide to travel or live in Japan, note the following which will help your cultural integration. Handshakes are less common than bows. When entering someone's home, you must always take off your shoes. Chopsticks should never be left upright in a dish of rice, as this means death. When asking personal questions, keep in mind that the Japanese may value their privacy even more than people from many other countries. One of the main stereotypes is that Japanese people are extremely polite. Given that the culture is focused on maintaining social peace, this is mostly true. However, many people realize that foreigners need some time to fully integrate into their culture, and will not notice any errors. In addition, there is a hobbyist culture in Japan known as ikigai, which is an untranslatable phrase that means raison d'etre or raison d'être. This means that they devote a significant amount of time to it outside of working hours. Entertainment can be more modern, like anime cosplay, or collecting jazz records, or more traditional, like tea ceremonies, or karate. Always address elders with respect, with appropriate honorifics, e.g. Yuki becomes Yuki-san. As for the specific honorifics used, they will depend on your relationship with the person you are addressing. San is the most common and is used when in doubt. You can use it for colleagues, neighbors, acquaintances and even family members. Sama is a more formal honorific and is used to show respect. Kun is most often used to refer to boys, or men who are the same age or younger than you. Chan is basically the female equivalent of kun, used to address little girls or younger women. Senpai is more of a title used when referring to someone older than you in a school, company, or other similar organization. Sensei is used to refer to teachers as well as people who are experts in their fields, be it doctors, artists, or lawyers. Is anyone surprised that Japan is the world leader in robotics? Japan has published several comics, movies, and cartoons about these tech-savvy sidekicks, starting with Astro Boy in the early 1950s. Japan's relationship with robots goes far beyond science fiction, encompassing both casual meetings and high-tech manufacturing facilities. These works offer a practical and promising response to social problems. Here, you can find robots doing a variety of jobs, such as providing medical care and even company, working in hotels, delivering packages wirelessly, serving food in restaurants, running assembly lines, and working in manufacturing facilities. Japanese robots are both useful and fashionable in a country with a shrinking workforce and a rapidly aging population. Friends, I hope you enjoyed my documentary video about Japan. If you want to know more interesting facts and travel stories, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell to get notified about new videos. Which country you want to see in the next video, please let us know in the comments section. Thank you for your attention, and see you again on my channel.